Hello. I'm so excited. Okay. First, just wanted to shout a couple people out. I was gonna do like a fancy graphic, but Holly's not on here. Maybe she'll pop on after. But she completed 80-day obsession, which was a big goal of hers. So she, I think she said, I don't think it was the first one, but it was the first program in a while that she had done like start to finish. So she was super pumped, and I'm really proud of her for that. Also, for all the people in Success Club or on the board with Success Club points. Oh, hold on. Let me just see. Kaylin, Shaylee, Bailey, Jordan, Erica, Rachel, Caitlin, Crystal, Emily, Jojo, Cheryl, Kristen, Brianne, Kelsey. Am I missing anyone? Because that was like updated. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
That was when I looked like last week. So that might be updated, but there's still a whole day left. And also the connections we get started right now are going to bring us into Team Cup month. And for diamonds, if you get the Diamond Insider, MBF packs are going to be $20 off again next month. So, which I figured they would be. And I assume that's going to be the same with the 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix, all included. Also, Jordan, I'm sorry, the planning still for our Fit Fab and 40 plus group, we can get that going. Like we can even hang out tonight and after and figure that out and get the actual groups up and running. So if anyone's like moms or aunts or people in that kind of generation that might want a group their own age to do stuff with, we'll have a group for them. And that is all. Jordan, my dear, Jordan's been a discount coach for like 2 or 3 years.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started with Lift 4. And my mom was a client of Shannon's, and she wrangled my sister and myself, and I wrangled Sean into
Jordan, can you unmute yourself?
I am unmuted.
I know. I just went and muted everyone, which included you.
No worries.
Okay.
No worries. So we're sitting around my parents' kitchen table, and my mom said, my mother and sister said, "You're the only one with enough friends to be a coach that could like do anything with this. So you sign up as a coach and we'll sign up under you." And I was like, okay, whatever. And I was pretty like scattered in my life. I was living in Savannah. I was running a restaurant. I was going through a divorce. I didn't really have anything concrete. I was actually going to quit my job as a restaurant manager and go back to education and move to Atlanta from Savannah. So when they said that, I was like, y'all are crazy. Sure, I have a pretty big network, but I have no interest in tapping into this. So I'll pay the $15 a month. No biggie. I'll do the shake when it works with my life. Otherwise, good enough. I'll supplement y'all. So when you need something, you can come through me and we'll make magic happen. We completed Lift 4. We had great results. And then just like most other programs, we kind of fell off. That's kind of what we do. We finished our 6 or 8 week program and we end our accountability groups and whatever, and we're no longer engaged because we were just doing the workouts. We weren't doing the complete package. So I was a discount coach from the end of Lift 4 until the beginning of 10 rounds, actually. Joel Freeman's my boy, if you wanted to know. I love him, and my significant other hates him with a burning passion. So I have to beg, borrow, and steal to do Joel Freeman workouts. We've somehow or another come together on Jericho lately. I can't even begin to imagine how, but so 2 months ago, I guess it was probably 3 months ago, I sat down with Sean. Actually, Ashley prompted this conversation because through some message pod that I was in, she said, I really want to buy into this, but I'm having a hard time with Corey because he's like, what are you doing on your phone? You're not buying in. You're scrolling a lot, blah, blah, blah. And I felt that. I'm doing the same thing because I want to, I want to reach out to people and I want to do this. But Sean's like, why are you on your phone all the time? So we had the conversation and I said, the best way for me to do this is for you to be on my team. I want you to be a coach. I'll run the business. Your name's on the account. You have as much say in this as I do. And truthfully, he's been a great sounding board and support system for me in this. I wouldn't be at Success Club now without his support, and I wouldn't be walking into August already ready to hammer it out if he wasn't like, okay, go sit in your office and do your thing. So that was probably one of the game changers for me. I have been, because I've been doing this for about, I guess 3 months now, I've listened to Joan calls, I've listened to calls on YouTube, I've listened to Shannon calls, I've listened to Shaylee speak, Kaylin speak, Rachel speak, and I think one of the biggest things that I took from everybody was how much they loved it. The community is so important, and this is what we're doing, and this is how I run my business, and this is how I run my business. And I wanted to be like Shannon, and I wanted to be like Shaylee. And I'm going to tell you right now, I really wanted to be like Rachel Agassi. Rachel and I started really doing this at the same time, and watching her speak, I sat back and said, she's going to pass me. And I don't know if I can do this because I don't know if I can contend. And then I recognized that I was trying to run my business like everybody else was running theirs. I was trying to post on my stories like Shannon did. I was trying to do the vital behaviors like Rachel did. I was trying to work out like Shaylee did. I was trying to connect with my audience like Kaylin does. And I forgot, or I failed to notice, that it's my business. And how I run my business is about me, not about y'all. And I love you, big love. But how I do it is how I'm going to connect with my audience. So I stopped following people. I don't watch, I love you all. You are all Facebook friends of mine, but I do not watch you on social media unless I go and look for you, because I can't compare myself to you. My business and your business are so epically different and so epically beautifully different that I don't want to sit in my seat and think, man, I wish I had done what Ashley did, because if I did, maybe I'd get that sale. Who cares? Go, Ashley, go, girl, get your sale. And I didn't want to compare those two, because that's not cool. That brought me down as a whole and made me lose sight of why I'm doing this. So when Sean and I sat down, one of the things that we discussed was, what's my mission? What's my why? There are lots of really good whys, and I love y'all's whys. My why seems pretty transparent when we sit down and we get into the round table and we talk about why we do this. I don't need the money. I don't have I'm not super motivated by the sticker on my chest. Hey, good girl, way to go. You got another sale. But I am super motivated by the people that drink the Kool-Aid and engage. I check my phone every morning. Let me just back up for a second. The vital behaviors, I love them all. Y'all's morning routines kill me. I can't do it. I have to check my phone. Are you kidding me? All this shit happens on the East Coast and I'm still sleeping. I miss messages. I wake up and I have 57 messages because I have different message pods happening. So if I don't check my messages, I'm days behind, and I can't miss anything. You should know that. I cannot miss anything. And I apologize for losing my train of thought there, but I absolutely have to wake up, check my messages. I check into what's going on, and I message back because I'm excited. So my challengers on the East Coast are like, hey, I got up and I did my workout. awesome. How'd it go? How do you feel? How much water did you drink today? This might be the first question I ask every single person. How much water did you drink today? If you, Ashley posted a picture and there's girls at my office that are like, seriously, stop making us drink water. But I feed off of that. So for me, my why isn't about the money or the accolades or, you know, who I'm better than or who I'm not, because it's about what I can provide. What service can I provide to the people who want to work with me, right? And that's the thing. It's a business, so they're working with us. I'm not selling them something and saying, take your pill, drink it every day, do your thing. When you need more, come back to me. I literally spend time checking in with people who have just signed up as BOD members and are like, I'm not going to buy product. I don't believe in it. Okay. How is your BOD working? How is 21 Day Fix for the 5th time? Some of you know how I feel about Autumn. I could put a fork in my eye that somebody would do 21 Day Fix for the 5th time. But the girl friggin' loves it. And the fact that I check in makes her come back. She sent me a message today and she said, I just found a Groupon for a boudoir shoot. And I am a deacon's wife and a pastor's daughter, and you are the only person that knows, but I bought this because my husband will love it. And you have motivated me so much. And I have goosebumps because, man, that fills my cup. I want that girl to feel so empowered in that boudoir shoot. Like, you did it, girl. So I don't care if she spent $99 and I don't see any of it. I do not give a rip about it. But the fact that she even went out on the limb and bought the boudoir shoot means that I'm doing something right. And that is why, that's like my why, right? So I've sat in a lot of meetings. I listened to a lot of whys, and I really got kind of ate up in the big why. Money or life, or I'm divorced and I have one kid and I need to put a roof over my head. Well, I never needed that. So I stopped. It took all the pressure off. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start living my business my way. I'm going to work out when it works for me, because God damn it, that's what we tell people. It is flexible. It is functional for our lives. It doesn't mean you get up every day at 6 a.m. and do it. And if that works for you, then do it. But for me, it's 6:30. It's 5:30 here. I haven't even worked out yet. But I will. I'm not going to miss my workout because that works for me. And that's the flexibility of Beachbody On Demand. I'm transparent. Nutrition-wise, like, I love the idea of tubing mindset. I think the 4 pillars are so easy to live by. So when somebody says, hey, what do you eat? Do you eat pizza? Hell yeah, I eat pizza. I hate to admit this to you all on this call, but I had cake for lunch. Not intentionally. I packed a salad. I'm really trying to do the nutrition thing, which I suck at. But I had cake for lunch because my life just went in that direction today. It doesn't mean that I failed. And it doesn't mean that I failed my challengers. It doesn't mean that I failed the Beachbody. It just means that the next decision I make is going to be a better one. Transparency. I also am thankful. I'm very thankful to my spouse for this, to Sean. There are so many programs on Beachbody On Demand, and I got stuck in the FOMO. I never wanted to be left behind. I did Morning Meltdown 100. I bought Morning Meltdown 100 that I didn't finish because I didn't love it. I did the bar. I didn't finish it because I didn't love it. I failed to sell authentically because I wasn't working other programs. So Sean's mother, who's 70, and I started talking about workouts. And I thought, hey, how about the bar? Because that's, a core stabilizing, might be useful for you, whatever. I sent it to her and she's like, I can't do that. I hate it. Good enough. I don't like it either. So we started digging through the other programs. She started Slim 6, and man, she messages me every week and is like, I freaking love this. This is the best program. Oh, by the way, I love my shakes. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to keep doing it because I feel so much better now. What? Okay. Awesome. There's a girl who was like, oh, we've done P90X, but we're really out of shape. I said, well, Tony does P90. It's a buildup. do P90, start it out. You know, what are you going to do? Okay. So she did P90 for 3 weeks. She got bored. She moved into Lift 4, which I think is a great alternative. But there was knowledge, there was product knowledge. So when somebody calls or messages and says, hey, what are you doing? Well, what I'm doing isn't necessarily what's going to be best for you. What do you like? What do you find to be engaging? What's going to make you keep coming back? Because let's be honest, losing 2 pounds a week sounds really like a good idea, but it might not happen. So why are you going to keep, well, like, what are you going to keep coming back for? So the knowledge of what's happening on the bod, the transparency. I'm a hot mess express, which that's one of the things that I love about y'all, is that we are able to be the biggest hot mess expresses and nobody judges. And I am. I get on the Facebook or the Messenger or whatever it is, and I freaking talk to myself on my way home from work. And I don't know if I make sense, but I post it and people like it. So I'm like, oh, whatever. Okay, good enough. Moving on. And I tell the truth. If you know, it's not about living in a box. It's not about, okay, this is what I ate today, and this is what I'm eating for lunch, and this is what I'm eating for dinner. Again, like I said, I ate cake for lunch. So I can't live in that life of, oh, I eat perfect and I work out and I do all these things and I'm seeing great results, because I don't think that that's a reality for a lot of people. You know, one of my old mentors messaged me and she's like, you look so happy and so fit, and what are you doing? And I said, this is what I'm doing. She said, will it work for a mom who works full time with 3 kids? And I was like, yes, it will. If you knew my people, you would know how easy it is to manage this with 3 kids. Like I said, but here's the thing. It's not a quick fix. The weight's not going to drip off of you in one workout. So are you interested in being healthy? Are you interested in making changes, or are you committed to being healthy? Are you committed to making these changes? And I am stealing that from somebody. I don't know who, but I heard it maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it may have been. And I've used it many times because it is so valuable. Are you interested? Because I'm interested in a lot of things, but I am not committed. I would love to run a marathon, but I sure as shit am not committed to running 26.2 miles. So I have yet to train for it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been doing the transparency. I've been giving people my knowledge, sharing it honestly, and coming from a place of giving versus selling. And how? So the relationships, I don't message people and say, hey, I got this new workout coming out. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a really long time. How are you? How are your kids? What's going on? I dig through photos. It takes more time. It is not I'm not going to get rich quick on the beach body, because honestly, it's not my jam. I would rather help and support people where they're at in their lives and get them to where they want to be, and then have them tell 7 other people, hey, this girl's got mine. You got to call her. She's the bomb. So I consistently reach out. I'm sure at some point or another people are sick of me. I think that's one thing that I've taken from like the grand calls, whatever the hell you want to call them, is that people message a couple of different times. And I don't message weekly, I don't message monthly, but maybe once every 6 weeks. Hey, just wanted to check in. I hope everything's well with you. You know, I miss seeing your posts. I miss seeing your kids. I noticed that you got a dog. I noticed that you got your haircut, you know? Taking a valued interest in someone's life is so much more than being like, hey, so I started working out. I've been doing really great at it. I want you to do it with me. And don't get me wrong, there are a couple of people that have been like, hey, I know you need this. Even though you're going to throw every excuse at me, let's do it together, because it's hard. And I don't love doing it by myself. And I would love for you to be on my team. We have great accountability groups. We have a community of people that care about each other. Let's do it together. You're one of my people, and I want you to be with me. And I guess the number one thing that I can say is that it's my business. I've listened to Joan again, and I want to reiterate this because it's really important to me. I run my business differently than a lot of other people. I'm not in this to sell it. I'm in it to be a support. I'm in it to give of myself in a healthy way, to fill my own cup, to give somebody else some cup to fill. Does that make sense? I know that sounds really jumbled, but that feeling that you get when you just worked out and you're like, damn, I felt strong. I want somebody else to have that feeling. I want to bottle that up and sell it because I can't give it away because it's not mine to give. It's the Beachbody's to give. But if I could do it, damn, would I give it to anybody that would listen to me on the street. So instead of being afraid to be like, hey, I have this awesome solution, I just freaking message everybody. Hey, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Like, I missed you. So, you know, all of those things. But I also do it authentically. Does that make sense? Do I do a lot of personal development? I have listened to the same friggin' book 7 times because it's so enlightening to me. Like, You Are a Badass speaks to me on a different level daily. I listened to that book today, and the section I'm listening to right now is about making money. And it was, the limiting beliefs around money are so, like, they're enormous. You think about how we think about money, right? We think about money as like, oh, well, I have to work really, really hard on it. I have to work so hard to make money. We think all of the negative things around it. She went off on a tangent today in the book about the negative things we say about money. And it's true. We stuff money down in freaking hookers' butt cracks, for Christ's sake. And then we want to put it in our wallet. Like, that's not how we treat things that we like. It's not how we treat things that we want. If I want to wear the Louboutins, I sure as heck am not going to wear them into a gnarly strip club. I'm going to treat them well. So why don't I have respect for money in the same vein? So I do. I accept abundance in all forms on a regular basis, daily. That is probably the number one mantra in my life. And the abundance comes financially. Abundance comes I got these cards today. This is abundance. I don't know who else has these cards. Somebody else has them. Brian. I got them today and they spoke to me. I opened them and they spoke to me. Like, that is abundance. That was a gift from the universe. I got my MBF pack today. Like, the abundance is everywhere. It's just depending on how we see it, you know? You people collectively are a gift. This Thursday night call is like, it fills my cup. It brings me to life. It sets me up to be more successful. And the minute we buy into this call, the minute we are engaged, and I don't know how I didn't share my screen for so long, because I was afraid, because I was shy. Like, the transparency here is so real. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I apologize because I go on tangents sometimes. So I have to share these cards with you. So I pulled them. They're like the To Be Mindset cards. The universe has your back. So they're like affirmation cards. And I'm kind of a brat, and I don't like when you pull an affirmation card and it doesn't really fit with your vibe. So I pulled 4 of them, and then I put the 4 of them on the table, and I went through them. And the universe said, shut up, Jordan, and fucking listen to me. When I give you a card, it's for a reason. So the first card that I pulled, which I didn't like, and I'll show you the picture, it says, I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. So this picture, where's my camera? Can you see that? Nobody in their right mind wants to see that on the first damn card they pull. Can you see it? She looks pregnant, right? Hello, this is the call that you're trying to like lose the weight and be all in shape, blah, blah, blah. I definitely don't want to look pregnant. So I'm like, pass. The next card. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me serenity and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the results. I really like this because it's very pretty, but I don't really love the message. The next card says, true manifestations are powered by service and love. And then I stopped for a second and I had to like check up. Interesting. And the last card I pulled, was because it was the last one, because I said, you're an idiot that you even kept pulling, but there's a reason that you did. And it says, when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And the reason that all of these were so poignant in this message is because if I wasn't patient, I wouldn't be here. Believing in the universe got me to y'all. Coming from service and love has put me in a place to be on this call speaking to you at SC8 or SC5 with 8 points on the board on the 31st with 2 share carts out. And here I am with no control, just doing the best I can with love in my heart and the opportunity and desire to give it to anyone that will listen to me. And I'm out. Shannon, the floor is yours, my love.
Are you kidding? There's no way I can follow that. I'm like full body chills, like because like, dude, I just can't, like, could not have asked for a better message tonight. Like I got nothing. I got nothing. You're amazing.
You don't have to. I feed off of you. We are a wonderful, lucky group of humans to have each other. Be grateful every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And every day I'm like, I didn't even like, so for me, I go to work and get pulled out of this. I'm like, I'm with you guys, and then I go to work and they're like grabbing me by the pants and pulling me back down into negativity and shit. And it sucks you in. And I remind myself every day of all of you who share this vision and passion and just like energy for life and doing it together and doing freaking epic things. Like I just, I love it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions, comments? I think.
Morgan, I need to know what your tattoo on your arm says. Because I always see it.
Oh, look. Do you see this? There's like a little bicep there. I don't know if you can see it when I flip. See it? It says to keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Yeah.
Life is like riding a bicycle.
Yep.
And this one is me. You can't really see it. There's a lot of chins in that picture.
Yeah, I also agree with the you are a badass. You are badass at making money is also amazing.
Oh yeah, I have to read that.
Yeah, and it's not, I mean, it just goes more in depth about all the limiting beliefs about money, but just life in general. It's a good little sequel. And I had written at the top, like, I love yours and Sean's relationship and communicating about it, because that also kind of changed in my like business when I was just really honest with Kyle. I was like, look, like this is actually what I'm doing. I'm not always just scrolling on my phone, but like this is what I'm doing, and like you can be on board with it, but I love it. I'm not gonna stop. And that was like kind of a big deal, and just letting them know that for me, it was for a bigger purpose. Like, yeah, I'm on my phone a lot and I'm doing these things, but like why you're doing it, why you love it, and like sharing that with the people around you is, yeah, good.
Yeah, I agree. Sean is really good too because he does use it. He likes the Beachbody on Demand, so he's good at like bouncing ideas off of. He worked in sales, so hey, my customer said this, and this is the denial. Like this is their rebuttal. What do you think I should say? What's the comeback? And truthfully, I've become better at it, but that whole, Shannon and I have had conversations about how you answer people's responses. Like, oh, I don't have time. You really don't have time? Really? Interesting, because we're talking on Facebook right now, which means you had 30 minutes to go to do a workout. And obviously you don't want to piss people off, but the more transparent and real you are with them, like, I don't message people that I don't have that relationship with. If I can't be honest with you, it's pointless for me to try and be in this capacity, because I think of myself as a mentor. I think of myself as a mindset, or not mindset, but like a positivity mentor. Thank you, Brianne. Like, that's where I'm at. I want you to be positive in this movement. And it's not just, I'm not going to text you and be like, oh, it's okay, Buttercup, you don't have to do it today. It's like, hey, get out of your own way. The limiting beliefs are yours to let go of. Stop being a cupcake. And I don't want to have the false relationship, which is why I very much say this isn't a quick fix. This is not a magic pill for you. This is not a keto coffee that's going to, quote unquote, shed the pounds for you. If you're not committed to this conversation it's a waste of your time. And I love you and I want you to be with me, but I'm not willing to take your dollars and send you down a path that you're not willing to commit to. So it's that transparency for sure for me.
Amen. I feel like people really appreciate that, especially right now. So
I think so too. I mean, I feel like they have lately.
Okay. Anyone else? Awesome.
Thanks, guys. That was really great